All right, welcome into Prize Picks on 5 on the 5 Reasons YouTube channel. I'm Ethan Skolnick. You can follow me at Ethan J. Skolnick and at 5 Reasons Sports. I got David Eversole. You can follow him at David W. Eversole. Here's the deal. You use the code 5. You put down $5. You get $50 to play. You got to play the 5, but then you get $50 more to play right away. And this is across the sports spectrum. It is legal again in the state of Florida and many other states. They've added back many of the old features like Flex Fridays. It's all on there now. And again, you can play across the sports spectrum. So you play NHL, MLB, could have played the Masters this weekend, but we're going to talk NBA here. Again, use that code FIVE. We'll be splitting these games, these play-in games, playoff games into different episodes. So we got a barn burner for you. The Magic and the Hawks, they could put this on the Travel Channel or perhaps, I don't know, Peacock maybe. But anyway, we got the Magic. We've got the Hawks. Separated by one game. Magic were at 500. The Hawks were a game behind that. The Hawks lost Jalen Johnson for the season. The Magic got over a number of injuries and then sort of righted themselves at the end after everybody kind of came back. I'm going to give you my first play here, and it's going to go counter to a play I've made the entire year, David, which is I've played Franz Wagner over a lot. But he really struggled in the playoffs last year, and I'm just going to play that trend until it goes the other way. His number on points, rebounds, and assists is 37. He's only hit that in one of his last 5, and the Magic were kind of playing for something, so these games were reasonably legitimate. The only one he went over was against a horrible Washington team where he had 38 instead of the 37. But I'm going to play Franz under. Again, until he proves it in the playoffs, and this is kind of a playoff game, I'm just going to play the trend.
Yeah, that number has been going down. He's only hit that 37 in 3 of his last 15 games.
Wow.
And 1 of 5 against the Hawks. So I really like that play. You know, obviously at 5 Reasons, we're not big fans of the under, but sometimes you got to go with the historical look, like you said. But, you know, the Magic kind of start and end, obviously, with the man you see up on the screen here. And he puts up some monumental numbers against Atlanta. So I'm going to probably hedge a little bit with him because I'm not sure about the shooting around him. But I like him. I like his assist numbers at just 3.5. You could take the Goblin play. You look at his numbers over the last 5, which have been pretty consistently in that 4 to 5 range. I think he's going to look to distribute the ball, try to get some other players involved. So I'm going to take Paolo over on the Goblin play at 3.5 assists. Would probably be my favorite play on the Magic. The over is 4.5, the regular line, and that's at minus 155.
Okay, so minus 155. Playing Paolo. Ball is going to be
4.5. So 3.5. I mean, it's like a layup, you would think. But
yeah, on the Goblin play. And again, Paolo, ball going to be in his hands a ton. Obviously, you know they've lost Suggs for the season. Too. So let me go to the Hawks now. And again, we're going to do these on every game. So we'll do it on that, the much more interesting Warriors Memphis game that's coming up. We'll be doing that one as well. All right. On the Hawks side, man, they played some different guys going forward. It's still Trey's team though. So this is kind of a barometer. If you feel comfortable with Trey, you feel like they've got a chance to win the game. I looked at a couple of his numbers here. Points and rebounds, 30.5. Only been over that one of the last 6. Just went over against Philadelphia in what you would call kind of a critical game. He's got the one play I'm going to play because it's the simplest play on the board. Just play the Goblin, 1.5 threes.
Yeah, he's going to jump it.
Yeah, now you're not going to get a lot of value out of it, okay? But that is one that – absolute given. He's going to
bump it up to 2.5 with the Goblin play and still probably make it.
Still feel pretty good.
I think he makes 3.
I'm going to play that. The other one I like Dyson Daniels over the 1.5 steals. He's obviously
he's been really good this season.
He has, and the Magic. I like him on rebounds and assists. Also, it's 7.5. He will get the minutes in this game. He will absolutely get the minutes in this game. And Dyson Daniels has been somebody who's been up for all defense consideration. The other one I kind of liked was Risa Shea, their rookie, who's been great of late. He's at just 2.5 rebounds and assists on a Goblin play. He only had 2 against Orlando in the last game, but I think that's fairly safe. So those are some of my plays that I like there.
Yeah, I really like Okongwu. His minutes have gone way up over the last 10. His minutes are up about 6 minutes a game. So they feel pretty confident with him. I really like a lot of his numbers, but I was looking at the points and rebounds or the rebounds and assists for him. Let me just see where he's at right now. The rebound number to me is a little bit high on a standalone, but I would probably jump all over the 7.5 defensive rebounds for him. Or even if you take a look at his points and assists at just 16. In 3 games against Atlanta this year alone, he's averaged 16 points.
Okay.
So he's played really well against Atlanta's defense, which, isn't uncommon. So I wouldn't put too much credence to that, but these teams have a lot of familiarity, and we're not looking at a ton of offense. I think the over in this game is only about 218. So I feel like the bigs are going to get a lot of rebounding opportunities. So I really like his 7.5 defensive rebounds, and I also like the 16 points and assists for Okongwu.
Okay, so some of the plays that we like here in the game: Magic Hawks. We'll get to Grizzlies and Warriors tomorrow, prior to the games actually being played. Of course, the Heat open against the Bulls on Wednesday, and then the Kings Mavericks matchup.
Josh Giddey's season.
And Josh Giddey's, I'd play the overs. Play the overs because they've worked against the Heat all year. But then we've got and then Dallas and Sacramento also on Wednesday night. All right, have a good one, everybody. Use that code FIVE.